The confetti had barely settled, shimmering like a million dreams come true, before Travis scooped Taylor up in his arms. The roar of the crowd, the pulsating energy of another Super Bowl win, all faded into the background. All he saw was the woman in his arms, her eyes sparkling with a mix of triumph and pure, unadulterated joy. They'd defied expectations. The critics who scoffed at their whirlwind romance, the doubters who questioned their focus, all silenced by the sheer brilliance on the field and the raw emotion on stage. Travis, the unstoppable tight end, and Taylor, the iconic pop star, had conquered their respective worlds, hand in hand. Reaching the winner's podium, the microphone felt foreign in his hand. He usually reveled in the post-game spotlight, the witty banter, the adrenaline rush. But tonight, everything felt different. Taylor stood beside him, a radiant vision in her sequin dress, her hand warm in his. "This one," he began, his voice thick with emotion, the stadium lights reflecting in his glistening eyes. "This one's for you, Tay. You believed in me when the world doubted. You held my hand through every dropped pass, every missed play. You reminded me that life isn't just about winning, it's about the journey, the fight we fight together." The crowd roared in approval, sensing the raw vulnerability in his voice. He looked at Taylor, her smile trembling at the edges, a tear glistening on her cheek. It was a mirror to his own heart, overflowing with a love he never thought possible. "And Taylor," he continued, his voice cracking slightly, "there's something else I gotta say. You're my rock, my inspiration, the melody to my madness. You've shown me a love that's stronger than any defense, brighter than any stadium lights. And tonight, with the whole world watching." He took a deep breath, the weight of his next words settling on him. He looked at Taylor, his gaze unwavering, his voice a low rumble. "Taylor Swift," he declared, his voice thick with emotion, "will you be my future wife?" The stadium held its breath. Cameras flashed, catching the kaleidoscope of emotions on Taylor's face, shock, joy, and a love so profound it threatened to spill over. Then, a smile broke out across her face, brighter than the fireworks exploding overhead. "Yes, Travis Kelce," she whispered, her voice trembling with happiness, 1,000 times yes. The roar of the crowd erupted, a symphony of cheers and congratulations. In that electric moment, under the confetti-drenched sky, Travis Kelce, the champion tight end, finally knew he'd scored the biggest win of his life. He'd found his forever teammate, his muse, his future wife, and the love story they were writing was just beginning. The confetti rained down like a million silver stars, a fitting end to another Super Bowl victory for the Kansas City Chiefs. Travis Kelce, MVP once again, stood amidst the chaos, his chest heaving, eyes searching the stands. There, amidst the sea of red jerseys, a single blonde spark twinkled. Taylor. He weaved through the throng of ecstatic teammates, his gaze locked on her. Reaching the tunnel, he practically sprinted, emerging moments later onto the field, a spotlight hitting him just right. There she was, on the sidelines, a vision in white, a shy smile gracing her lips. He took off in a dead sprint, the roar of the crowd turning into a distant hum. Reaching her, he fell to his knees, the weight of the win, the season, the years of relentless work crashing down on him. Tears welled up, blurring the image of his beautiful girlfriend. "Travis?" Taylor's voice, laced with concern, cut through the haze. He fumbled for his words, his voice rough with emotion. "Tay, we did it. We freaking did it again." He reached up, his hand trembling slightly, wiping a stray tear from her cheek. "Hey, you okay?" she asked, her brow furrowing with worry. He cupped her face, his thumb tracing the soft skin beneath her eye. Taking a shaky breath, he looked into her eyes, the blue depths mirroring the stadium lights. "This season," he began, his voice thick, "it's been tough. You know how it is. The pressure, the doubts." Taylor squeezed his hand reassuringly. "I know, babe. I've been there." He nodded, a shaky grin tugging at his lips. Yeah, you have. But you, he emphasized, his voice growing stronger, you're out there, pouring your heart out on stage, making millions sing along. And here I am, catching passes, winning games. He trailed off, the enormity of what he wanted to say threatening to choke him up again. And you're amazing, Travis, Taylor said, her voice filled with pride. You're the strongest, most passionate person I know. He took another breath, steeling himself. Tay, he said, his voice ringing with conviction, you're my rock. You believe in me when I doubt myself. You inspire me the way you inspire millions. He pulled a small velvet box from his pocket. Her eyes widened in recognition. Inside, nestled on a bed of white satin, sparkled a diamond ring, a single teardrop cutting through the brilliance. Taylor, he choked out, you're the woman of my dreams. You're my best friend, my confidant, my biggest cheerleader. Will you be my wife? Tears streamed down her face now, but they were tears of joy. A radiant smile bloomed on her face as she threw her arms around him, the roar of the returning crowd a distant echo. Yes, Travis, she whispered, her voice thick with emotion, 1,000 times yes. That night, under the shower of confetti and the celebratory fireworks, Travis Kelce didn't just win the Super Bowl. He won the heart of his future wife, and in her embrace, he found a victory that transcended the game. The confetti still swirled around Arrowhead Stadium, a glittering aftermath to the Chiefs' electrifying victory. Fans roared, a tidal wave of red and gold celebrating another Super Bowl win. But Travis Kelce, amidst the pandemonium, felt only eyes for Taylor, his girlfriend, standing on the sidelines. He spotted her, a beacon of blonde hair, in the jubilant chaos. As he jogged towards her, the roar of the crowd seemed to fade. All he heard was the frantic thump of his own heart. He reached her, his chest heaving, a wide, goofy grin plastered on his face. Taylor, ever the rock to his often boisterous personality, enveloped him in a tight hug. Her smile, genuine and warm, was like a balm to the adrenaline coursing through him. He held her close, the energy of the win momentarily forgotten. You were incredible, Kelce. Taylor shouted over the din, her green eyes sparkling. Just incredible. Travis chuckled, the sound raw with emotion. We did it, Tay. We freaking did it. They pulled back, and Travis saw a tear glistening on her cheek. He brushed it away with a callous thumb, his own eyes welling up. Hey, he said, his voice thick, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong, Taylor sniffled, a watery smile playing on her lips. It's just, you guys are amazing. And you. She choked back a sob, you're everything I dreamed of. The weight of her words hit Travis like a touchdown. In the throes of the game, he hadn't realized how much having her there, cheering him on, meant to him. This wasn't just any win, it was a win he shared with the woman who held his heart. He cupped her face, his gaze intense. Taylor, he began, his voice hoarse, you've been my rock this whole season. You believed in me when I doubted myself. You make me want to be a better man. He took a shaky breath, then blurted out the words that had been swirling in his heart for months. And I know this might be crazy, considering we haven't even been together that long, but... He dropped to one knee, the crowd falling silent as if on cue. Taylor Swift, will you be my future wife? Taylor gasped, her hand flying to her mouth. Tears streamed down her face now, a mixture of shock and joy. The crowd erupted in cheers, a wave of red and gold washing over them. Cameras flashed, capturing the raw vulnerability etched on Travis' face. Travis. Taylor whispered, her voice thick with emotion. He looked up at her, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm. Come on, Tay, he pleaded, his voice rough, say yes. A slow smile spread across Taylor's face, the kind that could launch 1,000 ships and write 1,000,000 love songs. Yes, she breathed, tears tracing a glistening path down her cheeks. Yes, 1,000,000 times yes. Travis surged